Imagine working 10 6-hour days in a row with no overtime pay. You miss out on family time, dinner with friends, and that Netflix queue's piling up. So, at minimum wage, $7.25 an hour, that would be $435 a week. 60 hours. It's a lot of hard work. So, now let's do it with the overtime pay, time and a half. So, your first 40 hours at $7.25 is about $209. And your last 20 at time and a half would be $217.50. Now, add that all together for a week total for 60 hours of work, $507.50. Feels a little more compensated, doesn't it? Before 1938, there was no regulated work week, no minimum wage, or overtime pay. Men, women, children of all ages slaved day in and day out in terrible working conditions to bring home what the man at the top thought they deserved. Doesn't seem fair. The Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938 was signed into law on June 25th of that year. It came into effect later that year on October 24th, and the little guy was finally stood up for. Now, this bill established a national minimum wage, the beginning of child labor laws, and regular overtime pay. Today I'm here to explain to you why overtime was and still is completely necessary. Many would think the FSLA was an easy bill to pass. Unfortunately, not everyone wanted to fight for the everyday worker. It took about 3 turns at Congress till Franklin D. Roosevelt got to sign it into law. Big business says it was the government meddling into their business. They felt they should be free to pay what they felt their employees earned. How can this possibly be fair when no two people see things the same? And let's be real, does management really know everything you do at your job? So, having something like overtime pay protects the little guy even when they work just an extra hour a day. That getting time and a half at least allows you to think about the money you're bringing home when you're missing raising your kid. The FSLA established the 8-hour workday, the 40-hour week that we've become so accustomed to. This bill truly stood up for the little people and secured fair compensation for generations to come.